Well, Babar Baloch is a spokesman for the UN High Commission for Refugees and joins us live from Geneva. Babar, thank you very much indeed for your time. Good to have you on the programme. Is the plight of refugees worse now than it's ever been before? And do you think we're getting better at covering these stories? Because if we look at Sudan, for example, in some quarters, that has really been underreported.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us on this World Refugee Day. This is an opportunity to remind the world that what persecution, war, and conflict can do to ordinary human lives. We just last week launched our report on global displacement. It stands now at 122 million. It has doubled in the last 10 years. We were almost half this figure, and we know clearly the reason why. There are more hotspots where war is continuing. Sudan is one example. We have Ukraine. We also had Myanmar, DRC, you mentioned, Syria. Was a displacement situation as well, and it continues non-stop. Yes, it's easy to become a refugee in today's world, but it's very difficult to find safety and shelter. It's becoming harder and harder. And as you heard in the report there, the resources are not there. We have to cut operations where we care for world's refugee and displaced people who are displaced inside their own country. So indeed, and as we look around, more conflicts are on the horizon. Indeed, it's becoming tough and tough. But we also have bright spots. We saw around 2 million Syrian refugees return home recently. We have communities like Turkey, like you have hosts in Africa, in Asia, where refugees can still find safety, but other places it's just becoming more and more restrictive.
And you mentioned the lack of resources that are available. I mean, how big has the impact been of the return to the White House of Donald Trump? His America First program has very much reduced the amount of money available for foreign aid.
We as humanitarians, we have seen that many countries either have or are planning to cut the funding levels. And today is just another reminder that these resources are needed. These are badly needed. The cuts are brutal. We have been repeating it because we humanitarians, we step forward when conflicts happen. It's easy to start these conflicts. It becomes so difficult to bring peace back, to restore human lives. And people do not run and become refugees by their choice. They have to leave their homes and countries because they're pushed out. Their lives and their families are at risk. So that's what they have to take the risk and arrive at other places. So it's very important to bring that reminder today that humanitarian resources for humanity's sake are needed more and more. Please reconsider whoever can step forward to support the world's most vulnerable.
Many countries, the most developed countries around the world, successive governments, particularly in Europe and in North America, are really struggling to deal with the influx of migrants, whether that's legal or illegal migrants. Do you accept their argument that it's just becoming much harder to distinguish between those with a genuine case for asylum and economic migrants?
Established processes are there. It's not difficult to find out, but this perception that richer countries are hosting more refugees or are getting more refugees or more desperate people, the figures show us other way around. Communities who have nothing are hosting the majority of world's displaced populations and refugees. So this is also a reminder that we need to get back to to the facts, it's very easy to handle these situations. It becomes very, very difficult if things are politicized. I mean, humans who are on the run for their lives, they're looking for care and compassion. They are not there to compete with anyone else. They just want a sanctuary for themselves and their families. And this has been a long tradition, even beyond centuries. When if we saw one human being in pain and in need of help, others will step forward. And this still remains the same. We cannot look away when we see someone suffering.
Babar, we thank you for coming on the programme and also for shining a light on such an important issue. Babar Baloch, their spokesperson for the UN High Commission for Refugees.